We're Ashley and Jordan. In May of 2019, we quit our jobs and left home to travel the world full-time. Our goal is to see as much of the world as possible through delicious food, breathtaking nature, and the different people and cultures that call this planet home. Feel free to subscribe and follow along as we keep going places. To catch you up, we're currently exploring the Netherlands and have already ridden through the canals, gotten cheesy and Gouda, and have the best stroopwafel in the world. Today, we catch a ferry over to the edgier side of Amsterdam. Good morning and welcome to our second full day here in Amsterdam. Today's plan is really to just kind of stroll around and hit up a few of the major sites here on the west portion of Amsterdam. So we have several stops and we'll take you along, of course, as usual. Our first stop is just behind me, Cafe HEGERAAD. Yeah, something like that. We'll show you. Anyway, this cafe is a traditional old Dutch cafe. It's supposed to be really moody and comfortable, but most of all, they have Dutch apple pie, which is the thing you have to try. And fun little tip, literally 3 doors down from it is a place called Winkel 43 that is famous for their apple pie. And we just walked by it and it has a line out the door. And I'm looking now, and the cafe that we're going to that also has apple pie, no line. So I'm sure they're both delicious, and we're gonna skip the line and enjoy a cozy moment with a little treat. Got a macchiato and some Dutch apple pie. We're ready. It's good. Yeah, it's really nice. I like it a lot. Okay, that was a cozy little moment with a beautiful slice of pie. The Dutch version of apple pie is maybe a little drier, less like gooey, but just as cinnamony and warm and delicious. I had a little macchiato, so I am pepped and ready to go. Jordan thought it was so-so, and he is an apple pie connoisseur, and I really enjoyed it, so take that for what you will. Our next stop is the Anne Frank house. We're not going to do a tour inside because you have to book your tickets well in advance for that, but we're going to walk by, see it, pay a little homage, and keep on with the day.
Started raining on us. Trying to keep the camera dry.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna make this really quick because it is pouring down rain on us. We've made it to the Anne Frank house here, and we didn't mention this. We're in the Jordaan neighborhood. It's pronounced Jordaan. It looks like Jordan with 2 A's. As you can see behind me, there is a pretty long line. You can buy tickets here. You don't have to get them in advance, but there is a long line, so you'll have to wait quite a bit. We're not gonna do that because of the line, so we're gonna make our way to the next stop. Everybody's hiding from the rain.
Okay, so to wait out the rain, we decided to hop over to Foodhallen, which is where we are now. You can see it behind me. It's a really cool sort of market hall. It has different things. It has a Foodhallen, which is right behind me. We're gonna get some lunch. It has a Filmhallen, a movie theater as well. It has shops. Over here is like a bicycle shop. Lots of really cool stuff and a great way to get away from the rain and be dry for just a second. So let's get some food.
Sweet potato nachos for you. Pinto both for me. Looks really good. At first I thought your nachos were going to be made out of sweet potatoes, but there's sweet potatoes on the nachos. And by beans. And cheese. And cabbage. Oh,
Okay, so after circling the block of it, we made our decision. This place is international. There is food from so many countries. There's Spanish and Portuguese, Indian, Japanese, Vietnamese, Mexican. We made our choice from a little healthy Mexican place that has bowls and nachos, which I know is not healthy, but that's what I got. And it looks so yummy. This whole thing with a drink came out to about 26 euros, so not bad. And I'm ready to try it. Also, recyclable or compostable utensils. Kudos. I don't even know where to begin. The salsa is nice. It's like roasty. It's really good. Better than I thought. Usually you can't, you know, get your hopes up for Mexican food because we have such high standards being from Texas, but this isn't exactly Mexican, but I like it. It's like Jenga over here. Ah. Okay, so we are on our way to our next destination, which we'll tell you about in a minute, but we're making a quick little detour at a place that you really can't not see when you come here, the red light district. We don't have any interest in really hanging around much, but we want to just walk down, say we've seen it, and call it a day, but we can't really film in there for obvious reasons. The people that work there don't really like it. They're doing their job. So you may not see much. We'll tell you what we think when we're done. Thoughts on the red light district. So, you know, to set the scene, it's the middle of the day. You might expect it to feel like seedy or gross or scary maybe, but it wasn't any of that. It honestly just felt like a normal street down a canal with a lot of like sex stuff. Really, like there's lots of sex shops. There's women standing in windows, so it's not for kids, that's for sure. But it didn't feel like as intrusive as I thought it might feel. It was fine. Just definitely walk down it once, say you did it. Yeah, it was fine. That's my thoughts.
After exploring the red light district, we stopped by the VOC, or what's better known as the Dutch East India Company. Now, Amsterdam is known for a lot of firsts. In the early 1600s, I'm talking like 1602, I believe, the Dutch East India Company was formed, and Amsterdam was a hub in the world for international trade. It was really where international trade was born. There were a ton of merchants and ship owners here in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands, and they traveled all the way to India and other places around the world for spices, silk, you name it, to trade. The Dutch East India Company was also the first multinational conglomerate company in the world to issue shares, so you could actually buy stock in that company without ever having to work for the company. And that's really how the first stock exchange also got started. So we explored that and checked it out. We had to be really quiet there and we couldn't talk there because the University of Amsterdam bought the building and people were studying and working inside, and so you have to be silent there in the courtyard. But we went and checked it out, and now we're gonna head to our next destination.
Last stop of the day, we are going to end the day with a walk in the park. We're here at Vondelpark and we are just gonna stroll through. It is a huge place, beautiful. I think you could spend hours here if you wanted to, but we're gonna have a brief little walk around and we'll see you all in the morning. Good morning from our last full day in Amsterdam. I'm a little sad about it, but we have one last fun adventure for the day. Today's plan is to explore the northern neighborhood in Amsterdam known as NDSM. and it's just a free ferry ride away from the Central Station. It's supposed to be sort of a Brooklyn, a hipster, an artsy vibe. Should be a really fun kind of half day of exploring, so we can take it easy on our last day here. But before we do that, right now I am standing in the village of SLOTEN, which is where we've been staying, essentially just across the river or the canal. And they have, which you can see behind me, an old windmill, like an actual Dutch beauty. I think it was made in 1847, and it's super fun. There's even a museum attached to it, and you can go up and take a look around. So before we get over to our ferry, we're just gonna walk through the village and check it out while we're here.
Oh, it's a really cute little village. I can't believe we're just now exploring it. I didn't think it had that many cute buildings and walkways, but it's beautiful, it's lovely. A lot of little restaurants, shops, looks like houses, cute church, brick roads. It's lovely.
Okay, so to get to this neighborhood of NDSM, you have to take a ferry. You can drive, but if you're on bike or on foot, the ferry's the way to go. It's free and it goes every half hour just behind Central Station. You just literally walk straight behind it and you'll see all the ferry docks, and it takes you straight there, no problem. So we're gonna hop on the ferry now and then get some lunch as soon as we get there. Well, the ferry was fun. Easy breezy. We just got off. Now it's time for some lunch. We have just finished up a really delicious lunch here at Plek, just on the waterfront. Pretty much when you get off the ferry, take a right and go all the way back there. It's kind of hidden, but it was really yummy. We both had a falafel plate. They have so much other kind of good food, and they're real big on eco-consciousness, so that's neat. I think it would be a really great place for a happy hour. They had the most cozy looking couches that look out onto the water. Hit that up if you are over here. It looked like the place to be. Anyway, the plan now is to just walk around the neighborhood, take in the little market hall over there and street art and cool vibes. And that's gonna be our kind of chill last day here in Amsterdam. So let's go see.
Say girl, let's think about this art, yeah?
It's rad.
Yeah, feel it when you're filming it, you know? So this NDSM neighborhood is really, really cool. Just walk around and explore. There's a ton of art and just murals all over the place. Right now they're setting up for what I believe is like a multi-day music festival, and I imagine those happen here all the time. So if you're here and you want to go to one of those, look it up. It might be happening when you're in town. Yeah, we're gonna keep exploring, and we heard there's a really big market here as well, so we're gonna try to find that.
this hall, this like, I don't even know what to call it. The building used to be the Netherlands Shipbuilding Company, so it's just a huge open warehouse that is now apparently a collection of artist studios and so many galleries and shops. It is really cool. That this whole complex just opened last month and that they're still building several of the studios. So as it continues to like be complete and grow, this is gonna be such a cool spot. Such great art and like edgy vibes, man. If you're in the market for a really cool sort of edgy graffiti Instagram picture, this is your place. It's like got that in spades. Alright, sadly all good things must come to an end, and that means not only are we done for the day, we are done in the Netherlands for now. Hopefully we'll be back one day, but tomorrow, you guys, we fly home with a short detour in Vegas. We are going home to see family, to see our dog, to hopefully catch the arrival of my first niece. Oh my gosh, can't wait. So anyway, we will see y'all though. You won't miss a beat, don't worry. We'll see y'all in a few weeks. A week, your time, just like regular schedule, but we will see you in Belgium.
Trying to keep the camera dry.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
Straight.
We'll go on my side. The thing went off for a while last time, didn't it?